Welcome to Martin Makes Sense of AI, where I sort through the noise and bring you one important AI story every day. The people building the world's most powerful AI systems have just admitted something uncomfortable. The race may be moving faster than any one company can safely slow down on its own. As I record this, more than 1,300 employees of frontier AI companies have signed a public statement asking the United States government to help build a break. In the next few minutes, I will show you exactly what they asked for, what they did not ask for, the hardest skeptical question the letter creates, and 5 simple breaks ordinary people can put on their own AI today, without stopping the benefit. The statement is called Pacing the Frontier. Its signatories are not random commenters predicting the end of the world. The public list includes OpenAI chief scientist Jakub Pachaki, Anthropic chief executive Dario Amodei, Google DeepMind co-founder Shane Legg, Meta AI chief scientist Shangja Zhao, Anthropic co-founder Jared Kaplan, former OpenAI co-founder John Schulman, and Ilya Sutskever. That does not mean all of those companies officially endorse the statement. The page describes it as a statement from employees, and personal comments do not necessarily represent company views. That distinction matters, but so does the seniority of the names. These are people who see frontier systems earlier than the public does. When researchers from competing companies agree on a problem, I do not think we should panic. I do think we should listen carefully, and the number is still moving. Early reports said more than 1,100. The official page showed more than 1,300 when I checked it. This is not a scientific poll of the AI industry, but it is no longer a small private disagreement. Now for the most important correction. The letter does not say, switch off ChatGPT tomorrow. It does not demand that every company stop research, and it does not tell ordinary people to stop using AI. Its request is narrower. It asks the United States government to support an international effort to develop technical and governance tools that could deliberately pace the frontier of automated AI development. In plain English, build the brake before you desperately need to press it. That break could involve better monitoring of frontier releases, agreements between countries, shared thresholds, security requirements, or mechanisms that buy time when a new capability appears faster than oversight can respond. The statement does not provide a complete policy design. It asks governments to make coordinated pacing possible. That is less dramatic than AI insiders demand a shutdown. It is also more interesting because it reveals the problem they believe the market cannot solve by itself. Imagine 4 cars racing toward a bend in heavy fog. Every driver can see that slowing down would be sensible, but each driver also knows that braking alone means losing the race. That is the logic described in the statement. Each company faces pressure from investors, competitors, and customers. Each country worries that another country will reach the next capability first. Even a cautious leader can believe that slowing their own laboratory changes nothing except who wins. This is the part of the story that feels familiar far beyond Silicon Valley. Workers feel it too. A manager says, everyone must use AI. A competitor automates its customer service. A creator publishes twice as often. Suddenly, the question is not, is this useful? It is, can I afford to be the only person who waits? My view is that this fear of being last is becoming one of AI's most powerful features. It sells adoption even before the product has proved that it solves the problem. The letter focuses on a specific possibility. Leading companies may be getting closer to automating parts of AI research itself. Today, humans design experiments, inspect failures, improve training methods, and build the next system with AI assistance. The concern is that more of that loop becomes automated. A system helps researchers create a stronger system, which then helps create another one. Nobody knows exactly how quickly that would accelerate progress. The uncertainty is the point. A July review of frontier AI capabilities reported that the length of tasks models can complete at 50% reliability has doubled roughly every 7 months. But the same review stresses that the frontier is jagged. People remain better at long horizon reliability, truly novel problems. calibrated judgment, and physical action. And 50% reliability is nowhere near the standard you want for payroll, medical decisions, or control of critical systems. So the honest picture is not superintelligence arrives next Tuesday. It is that capability can improve faster than dependable control, while both are hidden behind one smooth-looking chat box. There is an obvious challenge. If these leaders are genuinely worried, why are their companies still releasing new models? Some critics call the letter performative. Others worry that regulation could protect today's biggest laboratories by making it harder for smaller competitors to enter. Those concerns deserve a real answer, not a dismissal. A break designed by the companies already leading the race could become a gate that only they can afford to pass. But the opposite conclusion is too easy as well. Continuing to compete does not prove the risk is fake. It may prove the coordination problem is real. People can be trapped inside incentives they dislike and still respond to those incentives. The test should not be whether a policy sounds cautious. The test should be whether it is transparent, international, independently verifiable, and unable to give one company permanent control. If you value this kind of evidence-first AI coverage, where we examine both the warning and the incentive behind it, subscribe to Martin Makes Sense of AI. The goal is not to make you frightened of every new model. It is to help you use AI with your eyes open. Most of us cannot negotiate an international AI treaty. We can still learn from the central idea. Powerful automation needs a way to pause before it creates an irreversible result. Break 1. Limit permission. Give an AI only the accounts, folders, and tools required for the current task. A system that drafts an email does not automatically need permission to send it. A research agent does not need your entire cloud drive because one document might be useful. Break 2. Limit the run. Put boundaries on time, number of actions, and money. If an agent can continue until it decides it is finished, you have not given it a job. You have given it an open-ended mandate. A 10-step cap and a $5 cap can be more valuable than a beautiful prompt. Break 3. Separate the test environment. Let new tools work with copied files, dummy accounts, and non-sensitive data first. The first time an agent encounters your real customer list should not also be the first time you learn how it handles a mistake. Break 4. Require human approval at irreversible moments. Sending, deleting, publishing, purchasing, transferring money, and changing access permissions should stop at a visible checkpoint. Human in the loop should not mean a person receives an email after the AI is already acted. Break 5. Keep a manual path home. Know how to finish the essential task without the agent. Keep your source files, passwords, instructions, and backup process under your control. Automation is useful when it removes work, not when it removes your ability to recover. Notice that none of these rules says, do not use AI. They say, do not give a probabilistic system unlimited scope, unlimited time, unlimited access, and irreversible authority all at once. That is my personal definition of pacing. It is not fear. It is refusing to confuse speed with control. The most revealing part of this letter is not that more than 1,300 AI employees believe progress is dangerous. They do not all say the same thing, and the statement explicitly says AI could create a dramatically better future. The revealing part is that people inside competing laboratories are publicly admitting that no participant wants to be the only one who breaks. That pressure also exists in your workplace, your business, and your own attention. Use AI. Learn it. Let it save time. But decide where it must stop before urgency decides for you. That is what Martin Makes Sense of AI is here to do. Bring you one important AI story every day. Separate the evidence from the noise and explain what it actually means for you. If you prefer to listen, you can also find the Martin Makes Sense of AI podcast here on YouTube. Subscribe for the next story and tell me in the comments, which action should an AI never be allowed to take without asking you first?